I'm Cosette. I'll be leading you through a sequence that focuses on rolling and crawling. Um, Practicing these movements that are close to the ground are really great for building trunk stability, coordination, as we'll be using a lot of opposite limbs, moving at the same time, and just giving you a new perspective, maybe one that you haven't visited since you were a kid. So just stay curious, have fun. This is more playful, and it might be good to have a light block, if you have one, at your side, which we'll use during the crawling portion. We'll just begin on the back. So as you recline, okay, hug your knees towards your chest and give your legs a light squeeze. You rock a little side to side. You breathe through the nose softly and rhythmically. Stir your knees around and just draw circles a few times in one direction, and a few times in the other direction. Okay, feeling the lower back massaged by the ground. Then take a full body stretch, arms overhead, feet forward. Roll the ankles and wrists around. Wiggle toes, fingers, waking up more joints. Okay, can you reach right hand and right foot farther from each other? And left hand and left foot farther from each other. Okay, and then both hands and both feet farther, reaching for opposite walls. Okay, coming into dead bug pose, okay, or tabletop on your back. Okay, bend your knees and stack them over your hips. So knees bent about 90 degrees. Arms reach up to the ceiling. Okay, starting here, feel the natural curves of your spine. Okay, you want to maintain most of this curvature, okay, but can you press your lower back towards the mat? You try to close the normal natural gap between low spine and the floor. Keep that closed. Draw the navel in. Do your best to maintain this. And reach right arm back overhead. The arm is hovering off the ground. Then left leg extends forward. Okay, also keeping the leg hovering off the ground. Okay, return to dead bug to reset. Then left arm reaches back and right leg forward. And breathing, reset. Again, right arm back, left leg forward. Draw the navel in, reset in dead bug, left arm back, right leg forward. Reset in dead bug. One more time, we'll do each side. Right arm and left leg move towards opposite walls. Pausing here, left palm will go to the front of your right thigh, just above the knee. And you're simply going to push your left palm and thigh into each other gently. Okay, creating some resistance, okay, forcing some more muscles to activate, especially the front of the right hip, low abs. Okay, return to dead bug. Take a moment. And left arm back, right leg forward. Right palm connects to the top of your left thigh, pushing palm and thigh into each other lightly. Okay, breath shouldn't feel very strained. Breathing through the nose still. Then return to dead bug. Okay, step your feet on the mat, wider than the hips. Rest your arms on the ground comfortably. Do some windshield wiper legs, right to left. Okay, so you let the pelvis swivel. You can add your neck into the twist, turning your head in the opposite direction of your knees. Each side, one or two more times. Okay, knees to chest, wrap your arms around your legs. With hands behind thighs, rock forward and back. Okay, do this a couple times to tabletop. Okay, onto all fours. Okay, so align hips over knees, shoulders over the wrists, spreading the fingers apart. Okay, with weight in the hands, you want to root base knuckles and fingertips. Okay, just look ahead of fingers. Okay, and start to rock the torso forward and back. Okay, getting joints ready for weight bearing and more movement. Okay, one more time, front to back. Okay, come to center and tuck your toes under. Okay, the toes are an extension. Okay, push down the hands here actively so shoulder blades really move apart. They wrap around you. Then hover your knees off the mat just a couple inches. Press through hands and toes. This is a bear pose. Can you keep the core lifted? Okay, remember this feeling of stability once we get to crawling. Okay, lower your knees. Again, hover the knees. Okay, and then you can start to add what we did a moment ago, rocking forward and back. Okay, maybe with the knees floating off your mat. Okay, a couple more rocks. Okay, then we'll meet in downward facing dog. Keep strength and energy rising as you raise your hips. Okay, keep the hands pushing forward and down. Okay, you might need to widen or lengthen your foundation, so feel free to move the hands and or feet so you feel balanced. Legs don't need to be straight. Okay, locate your front ribs and hug them in. Give yourself another breath. Okay, walk your hands back to your feet. Step by step. Feet stay planted, knees are soft. Halfway lift, chest forward, long back here. You could push palms against shins, gaze ahead of toes. Okay, fold, hands down. Okay, weight stays in the front of the feet. Take another halfway lift. Shoulders back away from ears, then fold. Okay, now hands walk forward to high plank, high push-up position. Okay, shoulders over wrists, arms are straight. Okay, legs long, firm your thighs. Okay, you could always lessen load in a high plank by bringing knees down behind hips. Okay, for supported plank. Gaze ahead of fingertips. Okay, hold strongly here. Another breath. Okay, lean your chest forward more, just slightly past your wrists. With control, lower all the way down to your stomach. Okay, untuck your toes. Reach the arms back by your sides, palms facing up. And lift everything, okay, without pushing too hard. Okay, locust. Okay, activating the back body. Gently release down. Okay, arms forward now. We're going to practice rolling, okay, essentially rolling to your back and then your belly again. First, we're going to lead with the lower body with one leg at a time. Okay, so you're going to raise your right leg from the thigh to the toes. Reach your right toes back. Okay, so still leading with right leg, keep it lifted. Take your right foot back into the left. So you're kind of going across your body. Imagine someone's pulling that right foot. Okay, forward and down, your foot will touch the floor. And just pretend someone's still pulling it until you're on your back. Okay, arms stay overhead the whole time. Okay, then we'll lead with left leg. Lifting left leg from here. Take your left foot across your body to the right. Imagine someone's pulling your foot in that direction. Your foot touches the ground and you're on your stomach. Okay, hopefully not running into your bed like me. Okay. And now once you're on your stomach, okay, we're going to lift left leg again. Leading with left leg, reach it back to the right. Someone's gently pulling your foot till it touches the floor and you roll onto your back. Okay, then right leg lifts. Leading with right leg, sweep it across your body to the left, down and forward. Okay, till you gracefully return to your belly. Okay, now keeping arms forward, legs long, everything lifts again. A locust with a different arm variation. Okay, keep lifting. Place hands outside your ribs, under the elbows, tops of your feet to the mat. Stay here in more of a low cobra or try upward facing dog. Pushing hands down, raise the chest, shoulders don't shrug here. Downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, hips high. Okay, settling in another breath or two. Okay, hands walk back to the feet. Feet planted firmly, knees soft, halfway lift. Now fold. Okay, find a tabletop position, hands and knees to the ground. The joints stacked, you want to start with arms and thighs vertical here. Okay. You should be near the back of your mat, if not just scoot back. Okay, to work on crawling, tuck your toes under, pressing through hands and toes, float your knees, okay, a couple inches off the ground. Okay, bear pose. Okay, really stable through the torso here. Keep the spine pretty neutral, okay, without lifting hips too much or dipping them down too much. Lift right foot and left hand, opposite hand and foot. Take a little step forward. Pick up your left foot and right hand. Step forward. Right foot, left hand forward. Left foot, right hand. Okay, so just opposite hand and foot crawling forward. Okay, then once you've gone to the top of your mat or past it, go backwards. Opposite hand and foot lift and step back. Little steps are fine. Try to keep your head, chest, and shoulders level. Nice and stable. Find tabletop near the back of your mat. Take a pause. Okay, downward facing dog. Okay, high plank. Shifting forward, plank on toes or knees. Lean your chest forward and steadily, with control, lower all the way down. Okay, point toes. Okay, arms back. We'll lift everything for a locust. Okay, you've been here before. You just lift, no, don't worry about height. Hips anchor you, strong back, release. Okay, now arms forward. Okay, for this set of rolling on the floor, we're going to now lead with the upper body, okay, with the arms rather than the legs. So try not to push into legs, use your core, your back, okay, shoulders and arms. So you're gonna lift your head, lift right arm, look over your left shoulder. And you're gonna roll in that direction. You wanna look where you're gonna go. So looking over left shoulder, try to raise your right arm a little higher, start to reach it to the left. Okay, so your right shoulder will lift. Okay, imagine someone pulling your right arm in that direction till you're on your back. Okay, take a moment to get here. Okay, now look over your right shoulder, left arm to the ceiling. We're going to roll in the same direction to get to the belly. The left arm reaches over across to the right. Someone's pulling your arm as you go to your belly. Okay, arms still forward ahead of you. Okay, to reverse, look over your right shoulder. Lift left arm. Take your left arm up and over across to the right. Someone's pulling your arm up, over, and you're on your back. Okay, look over left shoulder. Okay, right arm up, reach it across to the left. Activate your core. Someone's pulling your arm in that direction. And you end up on your stomach again. Okay, from here, last locust, everything lifts. Arms forward, legs are back. Place hands outside the ribs, tops of your feet to the ground. Stay here or go to upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Hands walk back to the feet. And you're in a forward fold. Take a halfway lift. Okay, fold again. Find a tabletop. Okay, all fours or quadruped. So now if you have a light yoga block within reach, you might want to place it on your lower back. Okay, to just test yourself, to try to balance the block and not let it fall. Okay, so from your tabletop, toes tucked, hover your knees, bear pose. Okay, so to not drop the block, you have to keep things nice and stable and even through your trunk. Okay, pick up your right foot and left hand, step them forward, push into the mat. Left foot and right hand forward. Right foot, left hand, left foot, right hand. Okay, and go as far forward as you like. When you're ready, try to go backwards. Okay, opposite hand and foot step at the same time. Hips not too high or too low. Okay, we'll meet near the back of the mat. It's okay to go off your mat. Tabletop, take a pause. Okay, if you still have the block on your back, good job. Set your block aside. Untuck toes for child's pose. Okay, big toes together, knees wide or touching. Arms forward or back, rest your head. Soften the belly. Okay, simply breathing. Okay, more effortless here. The ground holds you. Okay, feel free to remain in child's pose or take another resting posture. If you're ready, you could lift your head and chest sitting up tall. Okay, so that's rolling and crawling for you. I hope you had fun with it. I hope that it activated some new muscles and got your brain working in new ways. If you have any questions, just let me know. I hope to see you again soon. Thank you.